Hi, I'm Clarence Waldron. Welcome back to Black Muse. Now, you never know who's going to drop by the Waldron studio. Tonight, we have Deonte Baker, Chicago singing sensation. He's going to talk about his career and the fact that he's going to be singing the music of one of his heroes, the late, great Marvin Gaye. So let's just get started. Hey, what's up, boy?
Hey, hey, Clarence.
All right. So let's start with the Night Out in the Park Summer Music Series.
Yes.
You're doing the tribute to Marvin Gaye.
Yes.
Tell me, where is that now, the rehearsals, or what are you doing now to put that together?
I'll just say that I'm very excited to be doing this tribute performance to Marvin Gaye. When I got the call to be a part of it, I was extremely excited because, I've been singing Marvin Gaye music for as long as I could, learn it. So to have an opportunity to really sit down and learn his music, and not just the music, but learn the story about his life and how he went from Motown and so on and so forth. That's kind of what I've been exploring while I've been preparing for the show. Just collaborated with the singers and musicians to really come up with a really, really good show that pays tribute to the great Marvin Gaye.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a talented female singer with you. What's her name? Is her name
Raina House. Yes, the Raina House.
Ooh.
She's not only a great friend, but just a great peer. We sing together a lot. We actually met a long time ago in high school in a great program that I know we're going to get to talk about during this interview. But she is one of the best vocalists that I know, and it's just an honor and a privilege to have her on this show. We did a show similar to this, and I'm just glad to have her on it.
Okay, so now this show is presented by the Chicago West Community Music Center and Night Out in the Parks.
Yes.
So I'm sure that you're proud to be associated with that.
Oh yes, I'm actually proud to be associated with both of it because it's Chicago. It's something that is highlighting what the organizations are doing with Chicago. And I just think it's a great opportunity to be a part of, and for them to work together and bring all these amazing events to the Austin community, and not just Austin, but all across Chicago. It's great. So to be a part of it and to have my name in the mix is really cool.
All right now. Give us a sneak preview. What can we expect? What's going to be your highlight, do you think, of your show?
I don't know. What you want me to sing something like?
No. Just sort of tell me the song that you're gonna do.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's so much to pick from.
It was tough. It was tough to kind of narrow it down and make sure that I had the right songs that would kind of showcase all of Marvin Gaye's journey throughout music. So, I'm trying my best to kind of go from his beginning era with Tammy Terrell all the way to the Grapevine era, all the way into his laid-back party era. He was, and he had a woke era. Is what they call it today. He was there was a time in his career where he was just very, all about the environment, all about loving your brother, your sister, and making the sacrifice to make the world a better place, things like that. So I just, I'm really just working hard to kind of make sure I hit all those eras.
Okay.
So that's kind of what we got coming.
Okay, all right. Do you have a favorite song by him that you just love to sing?
Oh man, a favorite song? I don't think I have a favorite song. It kind of changes, and especially during this process, because I've been learning so much more of his music, and not just the music that we hear at the birthday parties or at the weddings, but those songs that you might have to, ask one of your musician friends about, like, have you heard that one Marvin Gaye song where it's just I'll say Save the Children is one of them. The message, the angelic voices in the background, the horns. It's just like, one thing that I love about Marvin Gaye is that he incorporated, every instrument that you could probably think of. And the more you listen to it and you hear for it, you might just hear that instrument. So I think Save the Children is one of them. The one that I'm like, I can't get out of my head is dreamed of you this morning. Soon I'll be loving you again. And just, of course, ain't nothing like the real thing. Like those songs, some of those songs, I can't pick one, but there are a lot that become my favorite as I listen, and it changes every day, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So now, give us the date, the time, and the place.
So,
I know it's June 30th.
yes, the Marvin Gaye tribute show will be June 30th at the Columbus Park Refectory at 7 p.m. It is on the west side of Chicago. It's in the Austin area. I don't know the exact address, but we have the flyer. It's out. You can look it up. You'll see all the information on the flyer. Like, I'm very, very excited about it, and I can't wait. It's coming quick, so.
I know.
Yeah, make that plan. Make a plan to come.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And of course, it is free.
It is free, and that's
important.
Another thing I love about the sponsors of this show is that we should definitely get high quality performances on the west side, south side for free.
Sure.
We should be able to have that resource, and if we want to go out on the town, we don't have to spend $500 like some people spend on a Beyonce ticket or something, So yeah, so I think it's great, and I'm just honored to be a part of this kickoff of this summer concert series. So yeah.
Okay, so now I want to break and look at this video of you singing. I think you're in a master class conducted by Ray Chu.
Yes,
set it up for us.
So yes, this is a video of me and the great Raina House, the amazing woman who will be singing with me on June 30th. We had an opportunity to just be a part of a master class, and it was presented by the Chicago West Community Music Center. And I will never forget when I realized that the Ray Chu was in the room, because I grew up watching the Apollo. So when I remember Ray Chu and the crew, if you remember Steve Harvey hosting Apollo and Ray Chu was the music director, I was a child because I just loved music.
Right.
So the fact that the Ray Chu was, giving us a master class of all the things that he had been, that he had learned up into his career at that point, it was great. And the fact that me and Raina had the opportunity to sing, and he accompanied us, and we did Ain't No Mountain High Enough. And just to know that he has so much history with the Marvin Gaye music because he worked so closely with Ashford and Simpson, it was just an honor and a privilege. So I think you're gonna love it. I mean, it's Ray Chu. Like, who doesn't love Ray Chu? So,
yes, indeed.
Yeah, that's what it is.
All right, so then we'll take a look at that right now.
No matter where you are, no matter
Let's talk about Black Music Month. It's the month of June.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why is it important that we celebrate that?
I think it's important to celebrate Black music is because I believe, as I learn, as I grow older, that it is the foundation, the skeleton of what we hear in different music. And I think it needs to always be celebrated. And because there's always a new generation of somebody coming up, Gen Z now, Gen X, Y, who knows? They deserve to hear that actual music, because I don't know what's going on today in music. You know, you got to really dig deep to find that sound that my parents and my grandparents came up on. So I think it's important to always put a magnifying glass on music like Marvin Gaye, like Ella Fitzgerald, and Ray Charles, and whoever you can think of, or Tina Turner.
Absolutely.
So it's important. That's why I believe that.
Yeah. Now, you've been associated with Chicago West for a long time.
Oh, yes.
You were a student there, then
yes.
You were a vocal instructor.
Yes.
What did you learn about music?
I mean, everything you could think of, anything that you can think of, music business, music etiquette, how you carry yourself as when you're in a group, when you're not in a group, the business aspect of music, contracts, record labels, how it all works. I've learned so many things, and believe it or not, you don't realize, especially being young, you don't realize that stuff is sticking to you until you go out to the real world and you really start really pursuing that career for yourself. So when I did graduate from the program and really go out and start doing my own thing, I remember all those things that I learned at the Chicago West Community Music Center. That's what even, believe it or not, I learned public speaking skills at the Chicago West Community Music Center, because, anytime they would encourage us, push us to use words, express ourselves, learn how to speak in front of a crowd, learning how to, communicate with a band, because people can't read minds,
Okay.
So there's just so many things, and I can go on and on and on about the wonderful things that I've learned, the wonderful opportunities that I received from the program. I got a chance to go to Paris, France, and that was something that I had never done before going to the program. So I'm just grateful. Yes,
amazing.
Grateful for the program, and I'm just still glad to be affiliated with it. Yes,
absolutely. Yeah. So now you did venture out into the real world, or to whatever, to a national stage.
Yes.
When you appeared on American Idol,
yes,
the TV show. What kind of experience was that for you?
That experience was definitely, it was a humbling experience. It was also a dream come true. It was so many different things in one. Because the way it happened, I guess it wasn't supposed to happen. I just kind of fell into it. I ended up doing something locally on TV where they had like a Chicago Idol just to promote American Idol. And I ended up just getting a ticket to get in the front of the line. And I did my thing, and it was the entire process was a huge learning experience. I would say, if I could look back, I learned a great deal as an artist, as a person, as how I look on TV, or how TV is different from the real world. But it was a great experience. I think the biggest thing I took from that was meeting Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie is still a current judge on the show. And every time that we took a break from filming, he would come over to the crowd and talk to us like, we were his children, and he would give us nuggets of wisdom. And he would say, this is just the beginning. You haven't made it. This is just a stepping stone. So don't look at this opportunity and say, this is the one that's gonna take me, to the Grammy stage. You might believe it, you might think so, but keep going. Keep working, meet, make friends, so that in the future, these are the same people you'll be sitting next to at these award shows and things like that. So I think that was the biggest thing I learned from American Idol, and just how to be serious about my artistry and be serious about my brand. Because a lot of those other artists, they were very serious. It was intimidating. Because these 15-year-olds, they're very, it's just the way they carry themselves. It's like, this is what I want to do, this is how I want to do it, and I'm not afraid. I'm going to be, confident and bold, but also I'm going to have humility as well. So those are a lot of things I learned from that experience, and I'm grateful to have had that chance.
Yeah.
Yes.
It seems like you've grown up.
Oh yes.
You seem like you're just a new person now.
Oh yes.
I love it. Yeah. So now, I always ask this question, because this is the Black Muse video podcast. Who inspired you?
Oh my God. So many people inspire me. Firstly, it's my family who inspires me, because that's my first introduction to music, to singing, to expression. Is just growing up in the house, growing up with a big family of singers, musicians, and people who express themselves. So first is my family. They all do music, and I honor them first, because without them, and then being introduced to legendary gospel artists like the Clark sisters. My favorite singer is Karen Clark. I'm not gonna lie to you. She's my favorite singer of all time.
Of all time. Okay.
I do have a favorite artist and a favorite singer, two different things.
What's the difference? Artist versus singer?
I believe that an artist kind of makes up, sometimes, your favorite artist might not be the best singer, but they make your favorite song, or the way they perform, or the way that their branding is something that appeals to you, or versus someone who I can consider as a great singer, who can sing the phone book, who could sing anything, no matter what genre of music that they sing. And I'm inspired by singers like Ella Fitzgerald and Donny Hathaway, and those singers who I believe if they wanted to go sing pop, they could, or sing rock, they could. And believe it or not, I feel like that's where it comes from. That's where all that good other genres comes from, is those good soulful gospel singers. So those are my inspirations, and of course Marvin Gaye. Okay. Yes.
Absolutely. All right. So now, your name is Baker, like in Anita Baker, the singer.
Yeah.
Is there a relation? Is she part of the family, or that's just a coincidence?
She is a part of my family. She is my mother's sister, and which makes her my aunt. And yeah, I get that all the time everywhere I go, even on American Idol. That was the first question that the executive producers asked me, and they actually made me sing an Anita Baker song. And I told them, I was honest, I said, well, I'm gonna sing it all the way up till I know it, because I don't know the full song. But yeah, she's my aunt, and like I said, I come from a huge, talented family. And it's just great to be a part of that legacy. She's actually going to be here sometime this summer, I think, in Chicago.
Will you go to the show?
I hope so, because I'm singing a lot. So hopefully, if I'm not singing somewhere, I'm going to go. I think my mom is going to go though. For sure.
Wow.
So yes.
Now, see, all these years, I thought that was just a joke that people said. Oh,
it's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's a little. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. Why we don't really talk as liberally about it as we want to, but yeah.
Okay. All right. So now, Mickey Howard is a big fan of yours.
Oh yeah.
How'd you meet her?
My mother is also one of my favorite singers. She's been singing for a very long time professionally. She's traveled the world singing.
Now, just for the viewers to know, she's a gospel singer.
My mother is a gospel singer.
Okay.
And she has sang with people like Jesse Dixon and Ricky Dillard, and she's sung with a lot of people. And maybe 10, 12 years ago, she was asked to sing with Mickey Howard on the Monique show. This is when Monique had her late night show. Right. And that's where the relationship started. But Mickey wanted a family back. She wanted a family background group. And my mom called us, and we got on the road with Mickey and went, here, there, everywhere, and I learned a lot. I was able to meet Shaka Khan.
Okay.
Because they're best friends.
Okay. Yeah.
I was able to meet, I forget her name, but she played Josephine Baker in a biopic.
Lynn Whitfield?
Yes,
Lynn
I was
Whitfield.
able to meet Lynn Whitfield. I was able to meet a lot of different, and I also was able to meet a lot of different R&B artists that she toured with, and we got a chance to sing background with. So Mickey Howard is so supportive of what I do. She's always sharing, she's always checking and praying for me, and I'm just grateful to have someone like her who is, in the industries, connected. She's Grammy nominated. It's great to have someone like that to know what I'm doing and to be supportive. Not everybody would support it, but she's kind enough to support what I'm doing, so I'm grateful.
That's great.
Yes.
That's really great. So now, let's go to this topic.
Yeah.
Now, you were assaulted in Houston outside of your home.
Yeah.
Are you prepared to talk a little bit about it now? Are you okay to talk about it?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely able to talk about it. I think it's healthy to try to talk through things.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned through therapy, is not to hold things in and release it, whether it's through prayer or through therapy, This is good for you. So I was stabbed with a 10-inch carving knife right outside of my apartment. And I lost like a third of my blood. I had to have 3 blood transfusions. I had to learn how to walk again. It was a humbling experience. Being so young, I never thought that it would be something that I would deal with. How you look at a situation, be like, oh, that'll never be me. And the next thing you know, that might just be you. So you might want to, practice perspective and not be insensitive to certain situations, So it was very traumatic. And I'm working through it every single day. But having opportunities like this tribute show, I can put my energy into something positive. There's so many people who go through trauma and they don't have the proper outlets to, work through it. So I'm grateful to be getting past it, the tough part of it. And, just keep it moving. It has made me I believe it's made me a stronger person. My belief in God is a lot deeper. No one can convince me that God ain't real after this situation.
You know he is. Absolutely.
Because, you can, people, they come and they go, they visit, they come to the hospital, but you're the only one sitting there in the bed at night, working through what you're working through, praying and just trying to keep your mind in the right place. So I'm just happy to be, here.
Yeah. Well, we're happy to have you here.
Yes. I'm very happy to be here. Yes.
Yeah. Prayer is a wonderful thing.
Yes.
They really
Amen.
are. Wow. I'm almost done. I know I'm asking you so many questions.
It's okay.
I heard a snippet of you doing Guess Who I Saw Today?
Yes.
The Nancy Wilson classic. Mm-hmm. You don't mess with Nancy Wilson.
Yeah.
You know that. Okay. Just you know that.
Yeah.
So what drew you to that song? Because I never heard a man do it.
Oh yeah.
As well. So talk about that one.
I appreciate it. Yeah. I was nervous to do it. Well, believe it or not, I have been listening to Nancy Wilson since I was in high school. Thanks to the Chicago West Community Music Center. I was introduced to Nancy Wilson. The first song that I ever heard from Nancy Wilson was, I forget it. It ain't coming to me fast enough.
Okay.
But, oh no, I got it. And you don't know how glad I am. So, oh, and never will I marry. My favorite, one of my favorites. So when I heard a younger generation, Samara Joy, cover the same song, it was beautiful because I had never heard it until then. So I didn't know that Nancy Wilson had made it famous and sang it so perfectly well the way she does it. And I don't know. I know normally women sing it, but I feel like if you think about the story of the song, anybody can get cheated on. Okay,
come on now.
Anybody can catch somebody up.
Ooh, y'all.
I feel like the way the song is composed and the way the story is told, I just really wanted to get an opportunity at least one time to try to sing it. So, yeah.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. Cool. Now I know you said that you love Beyonce.
Yeah.
But also you told me that you love Ella Fitzgerald.
Oh yes, I love Ella Fitzgerald.
You made reference to that today.
Yeah, that's what I mean about the vocal, like a singer, a singer. Now,
stop there. Yeah. Explain to me singer versus a singer, because you are a singer.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
A singer. And I believe I started out as a singer, a singer is someone I feel like who hasn't really reached their prime yet, who hasn't really came to that realization that you have so much more in you. Like, it's okay, and when I work with singers, I say, oh no, don't sing like a baby now, don't sing like a mouse. Bring me that power from inside. Bring it from the bottom on up, and that's, I learned that from, being at church, and literally standing at the mic, and I have my aunt on the side, like, go, you better sing. Don't hold back. And I feel like that is what separates that singer from a singer who's timid and, but a singer who doesn't hold back, who's not afraid. And it's not about a lot of acrobats, it's just the energy you possess when you perform and when you step out in front of a crowd. That's your moment, and you take control of that moment. And so that's what I believe the difference is. Okay. And Ella Fitzgerald was one of those singers who could stop a room.
Oh, she could.
With her, with whatever she does.
Yeah. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right. So I'm almost done here. What's next for you, for Deonte Baker? What's next on the horizon?
What's next is I'm just gonna keep on trying to build a name for myself in my own city. I'm not too ambitious. The older I get, the more I know what I want for myself as an artist, as a singer, as a performer. And if I can just be known by all parts of Chicago, that'd be great for me. So my next venture is the Taste of Chicago. I'll be performing at the Taste of Chicago, and
this year?
This year, Chicago changed up the schedule a little bit because of the race car thing.
Oh, yeah.
But I will be at the Taste of Chicago in September.
Okay.
But up until then, I'll just be working and, continuing to do my best to, build Team Deonte all the way up from up there.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. I can't believe our time is almost over. Wow. So before we go away, mention again the Marvin Gaye tribute. Tell us the dates and times again. And then one more question, and I'm done. Yeah. I'm done.
So you don't want to miss it. Like, I'm even more excited after this conversation. You don't want to miss this. Night Out in the Parks is presented by Chicago West Community Music Center and Night Out in the Parks. It is the legends continues, the story continues of Marvin Gaye. And it's with me featuring my wonderful friend Raina House. It is June 30th. This is smack dab in the summer, so it's a great time for you to make a plan to come on out. It's a Friday at 7 p.m. at the Columbus Park Refectory. And wear some nice clothes, get your dancing shoes, because it's going to be a great time. Yes.
All right. Anything else on your mind you want to share?
I just want to thank you for the opportunity, and yes, thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming.
Yes.
I really appreciate that. Yes, indeed. So here we are, y'all. That is all. Click and subscribe. Click and subscribe.
Yes.
Ooh, y'all. Thank you.